Gentle John.
It's Gentle John, guys, and friends. Okay, so this first book here, this Blue 5-Star Mead from, I think I wrote this in 2010, so 10 years ago, 9 years ago, 10 and 11, so we'll go through it and we'll see what I said then, and I'll tell you where I'm at now. There's some different sections here, and we'll go through this book, and I'll see what I listened to, what I didn't listen to, what I should have listened to, type of thing, and hopefully some of this advice will help you as well. So there's plenty of sections in this one. The reason why we're going to do this one first is just because it's my most well-organized one. As you can see, there's a bunch of different sections. There's a to-do section, a goals section, words of wisdom, Star Wars advice, signs, business, habits, jokes, and thankful. So, take a look at this first page here. Whatever the mind can perceive, the body can achieve. Be and feel happy now. And then I go into some truths that I wrote down 4 truths that I believed in 2010 and 11. What you think is what you get. Whatever you put your thought energy into becomes reality. 100% true. Thoughts become things. If you look for negativity, you will find negativity in any relationship, including the one with you and yourself. If you look for positivity, you will find it in every single area that you look for positivity. That is absolutely true. You know, and you become what you think about. So if you think about being good, you'll be good. If you think about being bad, you'll be bad, type of thing. It takes 17 seconds to change the energy in your body, depending on whether it is a positive or a negative thought. If you hold a positive thought for 17 seconds, it will begin to change the chemistry in your body, and it should produce another positive thought, unless you will it to be negative anyway. Naturally, positivity will breed positivity. Truth number 2, you are God. You create every day, every situation, every experience. You can have anything that you want. I still believe this is true too. I believe that we are our own creators of our own world. I chose this moment. I chose to be recording this. I chose every single moment to this point. I chose to feel isolated or depressed or separate or whatever it is. When I chose to feel it, that was a choice. And it's the same as when I choose happiness and peace and love. Those are choices. Those are choices that I'm making in every moment, and you're making in every moment. Choose the one that makes you feel good. I don't know which one that is for you, but choose the one that makes you feel good, because it's all in your head. You are God. You are God of your own world. And it doesn't matter what anybody outside of you says, does, or thinks about you. You are your own God. And you have to love you regardless of whatever. Because you're the only thing that exists. You're it. When you're gone from this world, who cares what anyone else thought? Be yourself. Love yourself. Forgive yourself. It's okay. Truth number 3. You attract what you fear. Your emotional investment calls into creation that which you fear. when your fear is strong? I don't know. I have to think about that one. I believe that you are what you think about. So if you think about negativity, you'll get that. So, I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. But I would really prefer the wording to be you attract what you feel. That way, there's the other side of it. It's not just fear that you can attract. You can attract love as well, because truth number 4 says, there is only love and fear. One of these two emotions governs every action we take. Now, I believe that is an absolute truth. When you're in a new relationship with somebody, and one of you, whomever, when you say, I love you, you sure are hoping to hear it back for fear of not hearing it back. But the truth is, and I'll tell you this, the truth is that whether they love you back or not doesn't affect your love for them. Because you decided to love them regardless of their love for you. You didn't say, well, they love me, so I love them. So if they don't say that they love you, doesn't mean they don't love you. You're in a relationship of some sort. They're choosing to spend time with you in some way. Of course they love you. All right. There are 2 points, birth and death. Life is the in-between. So why give a shit about the in-between? Why care about anything but the journey? Remember that death is inevitable. So don't care about anyone. No one really matters, not even you. Or the flip side is only care about you and be selfish. Own the ride, own that, and work it like no other. I would say that I followed this. That's a very selfish thought pattern. And I would say that thought pattern did not serve me well. You get to believe whatever you want to believe, okay? But if I were to go back to talk to the younger version of me that wrote this, I would tell this person, because this is the second page that I've seen a focus on negativity. Really, the path to success is to help build success in others. For me, that is my path to success. So these statements of selfishness, I would say I embodied this. I believe this stuff to the point that I live this way. And I will tell you that I disagree with it. I agree that, yes, there are 2 points, birth and death, and the life in between, and yada, yada, yada. But you got to care. You got to care about everybody that you meet, because you're spending your precious moments with them. And you want every experience to be a pleasant experience. I want every experience to be a pleasant experience. I don't know what you want. I want every experience to be a pleasant experience, because I don't want to fight. You know, for some reason, when I was younger, I made that decision that I was separate. I probably never was separate, but I made the decision that I was separate. And so I've lived a life of separation, isolation. And so it puts me on the defensive. And this pattern of thought of selfishness and not caring about others, I don't believe that I felt this. I think this is a wrong way of saying it. But if it's led me to isolation and separation, this is not the right way of thinking. You got to talk more about love and caring, and because that's the only thing that matters to me, are the relationships with others. Because your smile is my sunshine. So when I'm isolated, when I'm separated, I don't get to see the sunlight at all. No, I disagree with this. I disagree with these statements. All right, so we get here to the to-do section. And on the left here, we see process of attraction. So I was telling myself, how do I get what I want? Process of attraction. Decide what you want. Believe you deserve it. Close your eyes and visualize having it. Feel feelings of having it. Open your eyes and feel gratitude for what you have. Enjoy your day, releasing positive energy. I would also add, which I'm actually going to do, I'll make an update while I'm... Okay, you need to do this over and over again. Over and over again, because that is, you are what you think about, right? So doing it one time isn't going to change. You got to continually put energy, effort, thought, power into it to make the change. Okay, so you have to do this over and over again. And another phrase, a phrase that I like to use is that, it's already happened. We're just waiting for time to catch up. We're already there. We are just waiting for time to catch up. So you got to believe that. And this is something I believe, yes. I believe this because I've seen it. I have purposely said, hey, I am going to create this. And let me tell you, I've created some big things. Big things. 100% this is true. If you can see it, if you can feel it, and if you can believe it, you can have it. All right? This is really good. This is really good advice to me. Now, under my to-do, it says create your day. And there's a list of, mundane things that either, I'm sure they've all been crossed off now. But the one that I got here on the bottom, well, there's 3 on the bottom here, 4 on the bottom, 4 on the bottom. There's 4 on the bottom. I'm going to, yeah, right? The first one, set short and long-term goals. 100%. Do that. Set some, the best thing about video games for me is the feeling of accomplishment. The leveling up, the whatever, my name on the stat board, something, right? That's the appeal. So give yourself some level up goals. Maybe you're going to go on a diet, right? Or change your diet, not go on a diet. You're going to change the way you eat. And so today's goal is to drink 1 less soda and 1 less water. And that's something you can do. And you have I leveled up. You get to check that off. You get to cross it off. My ex-wife was big on making lists. And I think, if I remember correctly, when we were very young, I asked her, why do you make lists? And she says, I make lists so I can cross the stuff off. She's so smart because it gives her a feeling of accomplishment and she makes progress towards her goals. So highly recommend making the list, but set short and long-term goals. Even creating a list is one. Create a vision board. You want to do this. You become what you think about. So make a board of the things that you want to think about. That way when you see them, you'll think about them, because the more energy you put into it, the more you believe, the more you feel, the more you're going to get out of it. Okay, feel the feelings of have it now. Yes, another one. Good advice to me. I like it, because it goes on to what we said a little bit ago about the process of attraction. You have to feel it. But the one that caught my eye here was delete the video games. You can see it's crossed off. I'm sure I deleted the video games when I crossed this off, right? But I feel like I am definitely a smoker. Meaning, you ever meet a smoker? Hey, you know what? I can quit smoking anytime I want. I've done it already 6 times. I can quit whenever I feel like it. I'm good at quitting. So, for me, I've deleted these video games. It's one of my addictions. It's one of my addictions is video games. And the reason is, and it's exactly what I said a little bit ago, was the feeling of accomplishment. I can control that world. If I don't like it, I can control it. And I can feel accomplishment when I level up or whatever it is the goal is. So, all right. On this next page, there is there's just to-dos. These are just simple to-dos. And I look over this to-do list, and it has on here again, set short-term and long-term goals. So I put it on here a second time because I wasn't happy with what happened the first time. So either I didn't do it or I wanted to redo it or whatever, but it's on here again. And it's a great reminder. You know what I need to go do when we're done on this? Is I need to go set some short and long-term goals. Okay. Make a positive and negative chart on, and it says my business, but you can do that on anything. Including yourself and your relationships and your direction. Make a positive and negative and figure out what you like and what you dislike. And, if something doesn't serve you anymore, then you need to get rid of it, right? Write out my beliefs and examine them. This is on here. That's perfect. And it is very, very true because the things that we're taught when we're younger may not be relevant to us now. And as I go over this book, which is about 10 years old, almost, right? I can say, yeah, some of this stuff isn't relevant to me anymore. Absolutely, I've changed my mind on some things. On the other hand, reading through the book really affirms some of the beliefs that I do have. It says, man, I believe this, I've believed something for 10 years, and yet I don't feel like I'm living it like I should be. So I'm glad that I'm going over this and revisiting the advice to myself here.